It's the night before the big weekend family dinner. Tomorrow we will be doing smoked pulled pork sandwiches. I will be showing you how I smoke my pork butt, how I prep it, smoke it, everything. Right now we are going to make the buns. This is, like I said, the night before. We have 750 grams of all-purpose flour, unbleached, 562 grams by weight of whole milk, tablespoon of salt, tablespoon of sugar, and a teaspoon of yeast. We're going to combine it all, put it in the KitchenAid with the dough hook, and we'll knead it for 5 minutes. And when we're done, we're going to put it in a gallon Ziploc and put it in the fridge to proof overnight. That's how we get the best flavor and texture. So I'm just going to go ahead and add the salt, the sugar, the yeast. I'm going to put the head down on the KitchenAid, mix it up just a little bit. Lift her up. I'm going to pour in the milk. Remember, it's whole milk. We want a little bit of richness. And this is about a 75% hydration ratio. 75% liquid to 100% flour. And we're just going to let it go. So you can see it's just starting to come together now. Looks a little loose, and it is kind of a wet dough, but you know, after it sits in the fridge, it will the flour will hydrate and it'll be workable tomorrow. Trust me. Okay, it's been kneading for about 5 minutes. I'll take it up here. You can see that kind of consistency it has. It's a little weepy. I've oiled the inside of a plastic gallon bag with just some cooking spray. And I'm going to put it in there, seal it up, and put it in the fridge for the night. Okay, before I put it in its bag, just going to get it into a nice ball. Wow, that dough is really nice. It's really smooth. Flour it a little bit. Put a couple folds on there. Oh yeah, that's a really nice dough actually. Very supple, soft. That won't make a difference. It smells good too. So we'll just put it in this bag here. Ooh, a little sticky. There we go. It's going to be a blob. Tomorrow morning it'll be a blob as well. We'll take it out of the bag and we'll form it into separate buns, and we'll let those proof, and then we'll bake them off. So we'll see you tomorrow. All right, it's 5 a.m. Nice summer morning, cool out. I'm up early. I gotta be quiet. If I wake the kids up, my wife will kill me. Anyway, I'm gonna get the smoker ready to go here. Now look at this. I'm using an electronic smoker. This is a master build. When my mom bought this for me several Christmases ago, I was thinking, oh no, I'll never do electronic. There's no way. I'm always a wood guy. Well, this thing is amazing. I got everything ready last night. I cleaned the grill, put the water pan in there, and I put the wood chips in. I did alder and pecan. Now look how easy this is. I'm telling you guys, this is pretty cool. I got set for 250. Set the time. I'm just gonna say like 11 hours. And that's it. That's all you gotta do. As consistent as all heck. The temperature stays really, really steady. It's produces great results. So while I still like the charcoal, the electric smoker will always be a part of my barbecue repertoire. All right, I'm inside. I'm gonna prep the pork butt for the long smoke. It's gonna smoke probably around 10 hours. I'm gonna leave the skin on. Now, I used to make my own rub with brown sugar, garlic, you know, all the good stuff. But I found that a simple way to smoke is just some mustard here. Come on. Rub it with some good old-fashioned American yellow mustard. And see, what I do later, and I'll show you, is I make a kind of a mopping sauce. It's got, you know, your soy sauce and brown sugar and all sorts of spices. I'll show you how I make it later. And after a couple hours of smoking, I'll start mopping it like every 45 minutes. And that'll provide some extra flavor and sweetness. So what I have here is this Cajun injector, Cajun seasoning. And it's got all sorts of stuff like cayenne pepper, salt, pepper. I think it has celery seed in it, oregano, garlic, and it's very good. It imparts a lot of flavor. Like I said, you know, I used to be charcoal only use homemade rub. But, you know, you adapt and evolve. This stuff, store-bought stuff, is actually really good. It doesn't have any MSG or anything in it. It's all natural. And it works very well. The flavor's really good. It's got a little bit of heat. And of course, this is such a thick piece of meat. You can go pretty liberally on that. Ooh, that is pretty liberal. Anyway, 5 a.m. Alright. I'll get the skin side up. Like I said, leaving the skin on. So, still gotta season it. Alright, so this sucker's gonna go in the smoker. I'm gonna go back to bed, and we'll see you in a couple hours. Alright, this is how I make the mop for the smoked pork butt. I do this with ribs too. I start out with butter. I'll use probably a whole stick. Salt, pepper, just a little bit of the Cajun seasoning to kind of continue the flavor. Some honey, soy sauce, garlic powder, blackstrap molasses, mustard powder, white sugar, and apple cider vinegar. Okay, I've got my stick of butter in here. It's melting. I'm gonna let it brown ever so slightly before I start adding the ingredients. Now, I don't have any actual recipe for this rub or this mop, so nothing's measured out. It's all done by look, feel, and smell, taste. For example, usually I also like to add a little maple syrup, but we're out of it, so this will do. I'm using molasses and white sugar because we only have a little bit of brown sugar left, and we're going to make the boys cookies later. So I'm using the molasses, basically the same thing. So that's browning a bit. Yeah, I discovered a while back ago adding butter really makes a big difference. So definitely do not skip that step. So now I'm just going to add some sugar. I'm going to say that's about a half a cup. I'm going to add some apple cider vinegar, probably 2 tablespoons. Get that all stirred in. I'm going to do about a teaspoon of salt. Likewise with the pepper. Cayenne. I love cayenne pepper. I'm going to do, that's about a teaspoon. Get my mustard powder going. Oh, there's only about a teaspoon left. So there we go. Teaspoon. I'm going to drizzle in some wildflower honey. It's about 1 to 2 tablespoons there. Molasses. Black strap. I like the black strap. A lot of people don't like the black strap. It's kind of minerally, but I think it offers a nice earthy undertone. It's about 3 tablespoons right there. Just a little bit of garlic powder, probably just a teaspoon. Soy sauce. This offers a really umami flavor component. And that's about a tablespoon and a half. And we just stir it all up, mix it together. Just gonna do just a little shake of that Cajun seasoning. It's the celery salt or celery seed in there that gives it flavor. That's about a half a teaspoon. And that's it. Now we can rub the pork shoulder with this probably every 45 minutes to every hour. Kind of looks like a candy, really, but it's not. It's pretty loose. So let's go outside and do the first application. The pork has been smoking now for about 4 hours. Here's that electric smoker in daylight. Has a thing where you can add more wood chips. It's been going for about 4 hours now. I don't know what time it is. Off camera, I doubled my salt and doubled my cayenne for the glaze. It just needed a little more. All right, so let's take a look here. Whew. I'm letting all the heat out, yes, but it's going to be a very long smoke. Get that nice and glazed up. I could already smell the glaze. Kind of caramelizing it. Check on that in about 45 minutes. Alright, so I took the dough out of the fridge, let it sit on the counter in the bag for about an hour, let it come up close to room temp, and then I weighed it. It was 1,310 grams, divided it by 10, and now each one is 131 grams. I portioned them out, rolled them up, and I'm going to let them rise for about an hour under wet towels. Alright, I got my oven preheated to 350. These have been sitting for an hour. They've increased in size. So now I have some cream and a little salt in that cream. I'm going to brush them with cream. This will make them have a nice golden brown, deep brown texture. And of course, you know, more cream, more fat, more flavor. Why not? It's family dinner. It's family barbecue day. And I got the silpat down below, so you know if the cream makes it stick, or if it's going to burn a little bit, it won't be an issue. So these are looking good. And then I'm gonna attempt to slice the tops for expansion and decoration. However, my knife is dull and I didn't feel like bringing out the whetstone and sharpening. I got so much stuff to do. I gotta make mac and cheese after this. I do have, I already put my mac and cheese recipe up on a video, so check that out. I'll put the link in the description. So, and it's gonna be the same recipe, except I'm gonna add some actual peppers and some more spices to it this time, since the kids aren't gonna likely eat it. We're gonna make it for adults. You know, it's not pretty, doesn't look like a bakery, but they'll come out pretty nice. They'll look good. So like I said, I'm gonna put these in a 350-degree oven. I'm gonna check them after about 15 minutes. I suspect they'll go about 20. I will definitely show you the end results. Okay, until then, we'll see you when these buns are done. All right, these buns are out of the oven. They were at 350 convection bake, and they were half hour. They're light blonde. I didn't want them too dark. They sound hollow, but they appear to be very good. We will see how they are when we shred the pork in a few hours. All right, so 10 hours in the smoker. It's been glazed multiple times. It's jiggly. It's really nice. So we're gonna end it here. I'm not gonna film the family gathering. People wanna have their own privacies. Pia is making some coleslaw here. So we're gonna have coleslaw. What's in there, Pia?
Cabbage, carrots, apple, and then eventually some onion.
And then you're gonna do what? Mayo, sugar, salt?
Mayo, vinegar, sugar, salt, celery seed, garlic powder.
Nice. The celery seed is actually what does make it.
Yep.
That's the secret ingredient. So yeah, we're all cluttered now. We got the whole family over here, family dinner. This sucker's been going. It was worth it waking up at 5 a.m. It's great. We're gonna make the mac and cheese. Like I said, we're not gonna do the mac and cheese recipe on this video because you can look at the other video, and I will put that link in the description. So I hope everybody has a wonderful family Saturday or Sunday dinner. Get out there and enjoy it. Enjoy summer. Thanks for watching.